My name is Katya Stanislavskaya. I'm an assistant professor of musical theater here at SUNY Paltz in my fourth year currently. Before this, I was the musical theater program director at Western Carolina University. Before that, I was an adjunct at New York University and Temple University and many others. And so when I'm not teaching, I'm a composer and lyricist, and I write usually for the musical theater. And I'm also a music director both in and outside of the school. So I teach a number of different classes. Some are performance-based classes like musical theater voice 1 and 2, and also musical theater workshop, which is more about ensemble singing. I also teach more lecture-based classes like American musical theater. And lately I've started teaching music theory specifically for musical theater actors, and also lyric writing, which is something I love to do and love to teach. And in addition to all of that, I serve as music director for our productions or readings of new musicals, which is very exciting. And I'm interested in giving my students in all of these classes both a classical training and a training on how to help develop new material as actors. I really think musical theater is a living and breathing genre that isn't stuck in the past. It's continually moving forward in the future. So I really want to raise smart singing actors who can originate roles, which I think is very exciting. And I also, because this is a BA program, I'm very interested in teaching the whole human, not just being very narrowly concentrated on musical theater. Musical theater is part of theater, and theater is part of our human experience. So I think it's very important to teach both, rigorous training, but also teach how it all connects to the whole world. I think mentorship takes many different forms, and a lot of times it's very specific to the faculty member and also the student. For example, I usually teach performance classes, but because I'm a writer, I'm always kind of sussing out whether any of my students are prospective writers. And when I find that out, I kind of put my little claws in them and I say, hey, what are you writing? Can I see it? Can we work on this? So there's that kind of mentorship. There's also mentorship during production. For example, again, I work with singing actors, but I also have some students who are very advanced in piano or music reading, and they are interested in being music directors. So I try to mentor them in that way. And I think all of our faculty do this. When they find a special talent or a unique skill in a student, they're always very willing to go the extra mile and mentor that side of the student. I mean, I've lived in many places in my life, and just geographically, I really love living here. I love that we have this beautiful area that's pretty quiet and picturesque, but we're also only 80 miles north of Manhattan. So when we want our students, not during the pandemic, but during normal times, to either have an internship or have an opportunity to see a performance or meet with a potential industry mentor, that it's actually possible for mentors to come to campus and for students to go into several cities, not just New York City. So I think that this makes it a really perfect location to go to school. I think our community is very vocal and outspoken, and what we usually have are open conversations. And I always feel honored when students feel comfortable enough to come to us and bring their concerns to us as a faculty. It makes us feel that the students trust us enough to know that we're willing to listen and willing to help. And that's something that I love about my colleagues and something we're all trying to instill in our students. It's taken me a couple of years to fully understand what is a BA degree as opposed to a BFA or a music degree, which is something that I came from. And I love the BA degree. I think it really makes a whole artist. And I think the fact that we require a minor really helps with that. And so whether a person who goes here ends up pursuing theater or something else, I think they're going to get an excellent training.